Welcome back to another UGC or MGC, Moon Generated Content, stream or video. This is going to be a video by the time it's up on YouTube. So yeah, I'm going to make another skin. Don't really know what I'm going to make today, to be honest. When I'm looking in the shop, because I've been selling all of the skins that I've made in all of my videos. The Emperor's Blade, has sold really well. Emperor's Blade has sold 8 times. That's made me most of the money. People really like that. They're really liking this Knight Sword. So I'm thinking I might make another Knight Sword, even though it might not sell as well as this one, because this one looks so cool. So I think I'm going to make another Knight Sword, because the Knight Swords are selling quite well. So let's do that today. I'm going to go here. I'm going to agree and start Longsword template. So we've got that. And I'm just going to go new. And it's going to open this up, and I'm going to save this somewhere. Downloads. I may as well just save it here. ASDF, let's call it that. So it's in my downloads folder. And now, like how I make all of my skins, is I'm basically going to look for an existing sword in another game that I play, Get Amped 2. Don't really play it as much anymore, but just going to go there, find a sword that I like the look of, and I'm going to take lots of photos and get lots of the textures, and then I need to paste it onto the polygon. So I know it's not original. It's not, I'm literally there with the pencil and the pen and the pixels drawing what sword I want. But I am still making something. I am still adjusting and fixing everything. I've made this sword for a Runeblade sword, which will be available tomorrow when Runeblader comes out, and I'm going to make a Runeblader. This sword will be in the shop. Maybe I'll make this one, the Hallowed Falchion. I thought I had already made this one, but that would be really good as a knight sword, so I might make that. Not that one. I thought maybe this one as well. That looks, the handle looks quite cool on that. So if I had that as a knight sword in Maplestory 2, kind of looking like that being the handle and stuff, I think people would like that. This is the one that I made, Emperor's Blade. You can see the textures actually transported quite well onto Maplestory 2. Hallowed Falchion. That is a pretty cool blade though. I think if people saw that as a knight sword, this does look very knightly. So yeah, I might give this one a go. So I want no head equipped. And I want to position it so the arm guard is separate from the sword. That's kind of good, I guess. As long as I'm careful around this part, that should be good. Cool, so we've saved a picture of the sword. Now I'm going to open up my downloads folder where I've been saving everything. And we're going to go open this up. So this is the base that I'm going to have in the game. It's opening up in Photoshop. I use CS3, which is about 9 years old. The version of Photoshop is very old. Hopefully you can see most of what's on screen. That'll do. I guess like that is fine. Yeah, I'll have it like that for now. So, this is the base. This is the sword. I've got a picture. Cut around here. I'm using the magic wand tool. Oh, not magic wand, quick select. And I've got it selected there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and select all the bits that I don't want. So I don't think I want any of this black stuff here, even though I might want some of it for the handle, actually. How's that looking? Maybe a little bit tighter on the edges. Oh no, that looks fine. Here, up there, you can see a bit of green of the original background. And I don't want that. But I will just be aware of that moving forward. Okay. So, here's the sword. What do I do? Well, we've got this little reference here in the top left. It shows us what part connects to which bit. And so I'm going to have to split this up now. I'm going to have to get the blade like there. And maybe even this bit here. Like that. Might look a bit weird though. I think I will need to put this big handguard bit here on the blade. So I think for now, I'll just copy paste and I've got the blade like that. The sort of like this gray bit here, the lighter gray part actually kind of gets cut off. This might look weird to start off with. When it first goes into Maplestory 2. Or it might look great. Might liquefy it a little bit, just so I can straighten the blade. And now I've gone into full screen mode by doing this, by the way, so I can't see the chat, can't see anything. Let's give that a go. Does look a bit sudden like here, but I'm going to be covering some of that up, I think, as well. A little bit bigger, duplicate. Ooh, I might actually just like 100% flip it, even though it's kind of the same. And I want to make sure I'm covering the dark gray parts. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this light blue part, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to make it a layer underneath that one and just stretch it out. Ooh, it does look a bit weird. Hopefully it won't be too noticeable though. Do I need to trim off the corners? I think I do. So I'm using the eraser tool here. I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. I'm going to get in close, Control plus to zoom in. And I've trimmed that. It's actually the underneath layer that needs fixing. That needs cleaning up a little bit. It's just like a little bit jagged, you know? Need to be closer? Ah, okay. That looks a little bit less seamless, but it might still look weird when it's in the game. Oh well, it's only like a little insurance part, I'm pretty sure. And 100% flip. What blade is this, says Mature Fish? This is the Hallowed Falchion, which is from Get Amped 2. It's going to be a knight's sword, so knights will be able to equip this. They'll be able to buy it in the UGC marketplace. And I think it'll do just as good as the Empress Blade, or here's hoping at least. Because it's got the same amount of texture. It's got the same amount of like patterns on the blade and stuff. I think it looks kind of cool. This might look really weird. Here as well, on the other side, I'm erasing that. I've got my layers in the bottom right, so I'm working with different layers, so I'm not erasing. It's not like on Paint where everything is at the same place. On Photoshop, you've got layers to work with. And that's going to go underneath this one as well. So it looks a little bit weird with those lines, but I will have to wait and see what it looks like in game. Okay, so we've got all of those layers there. This is the original blade, and I want this massive hilt part to be on the sword there. All of this with my quick select tool again, and I've got that selected now. So I'm going to copy, paste. That's another layer now. I'm going to put that over top of all the other stuff that I've been working on. So there it is. It's very big. Oh, and to flip, by the way, I've been doing this and I haven't said how I've done it. You do Control T. And by Control T, that's the transform quick select. So then I can rotate, I can invert it and all sorts of stuff. So it's in kind of a weird position. But we will see when it's imported into the game what it looks like. So that's the whole sword. This is the hilt, the handle. And that is the bottom of the sword. Or no, 2. I think that's the bottom of the sword. That's underneath the hilt. 3 is the actual handle. So this is going to be a tough one. Because you can see the handle is actually quite basic looking. I wonder if I should take this texture. Or if I should find a new sword and Get Amped 2. Oh, that's definitely a samurai sword. So that would not work on this sort of sword. Good call, Mature Fish, in the chat. The Levatine. That handle might work. In fact, I could probably even make this sword as a berserker sword, maybe. Am I able to just take a screenshot, copy, paste? Because sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. So there we go. I've got this now. And I'm going to go Control U. That's to get hue and saturation. So then I'm going to make it like a blue-yellow, like that. And now it looks like it could be a part of the actual real sword. I'm going to take that gem part and I'm going to put that here. Just like slap it on. Why not? I'm going to make it look less green if I can. So I'm going to go adjustments, image, adjustments, replace color. I've got this little menu and I'm going to select the green parts and I'm going to make that more yellow like that. But I think it now looks a little bit orange. Image, adjustments, variations. And I'm going to make it yellow and maybe darker. Maybe not darker. Let's go yellow. It might look weird, but we'll see when it's in game. All right. We're going back to this handle here. I've just realized those are both on the same layer. So if I move this around, it's also moving that around. So I've just copied it and I'm going to delete that now. And so now I've got a layer for the handle and a layer for the jewel. Might look weird. This might look weird when it's in the game. But I can certainly fine-tune it. Mystical Farts. Hey, Laurie, I love your YouTube content. Mystical Farts. Thank you very much for saying that. You've got quite a username. Mystical Farts. The legend. And it's in my downloads folder. And you should be doing all of this in your Maplestory 2 folder, which is like where you saved it in your installation file. And then custom equip and you can find it. But I like to just put it all in my downloads. Keep my downloads folder clean. And then, this is the wrong one. Skins for in-games. That's a different one that I've got. Boomtown. So, the blue's too thin. This is definitely slapped on. You can see like some white around there. And I can see here, yep, that white. I should get rid of that white part. Wrong game. Yeah, the top of the blade looks okay. It's sort of just here. It needs to be thicker the whole way along. Handle is looking okay. That looks fine there. Needs to be wider because you can see here it just becomes black there and there. It's not quite centered either. So it's a good start. Like the jewel and stuff, but it needs fine-tuning. And it might need to be brought down a little bit as well. Maybe like 3 ticks. So, I've got these two here. I'm going to go 1, oh. The selected layer is empty. Oh, whoops. I've got this highlighted, so I've got to get rid of that. Those are selected. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I just put it there, that should be fine. Right-click. Right-click on those. Convert to smart object. So now these two are the same. And if I rasterize it as well. So now this is like what I was saying earlier. This basically is like on a paint document. They are the same layer. They're not 2 separate ones. And it also makes my layer workspace a little bit easier to work with. Try using the jewel at the bottom of that handle. Oh yeah. That's probably what that is. Because we can see here, that's not there. And I thought it would be. But it's probably here. That's probably where the jewel is. The tricky part for this sword is going to making the blue wider. All of the blue, the actual sword part needs to be wider. So the blue needs to be wider. Okay. This is, I don't know how I'm going to do this. It needs to be thicker. Both of them need to be thicker. Okay, I'm going to delete this. And for this one, I'm just going to go, like, make it way thicker. Because this way, it's not like I'm trying to make one side the right width, and then I'm doing it to the other side. It's like they are exactly the same. I know they're both exactly the same. I hope this bit at the bottom looks okay. The hand guard kind of bit. So it's good. That's fine there. The yellow, you can see the color around there. So the yellow on the top might look good. Is the white area a part of the sword? Some of it is, but some of it isn't. So I've sort of stretched a bit underneath. Do you use a tablet or just the line tool? I'm literally just, it's a $10 mouse. You can see there, it's a Logitech mouse, but the logo has faded because it's a decade old. You could probably get this for like $10. It's a $10 mouse. I'm just very fine with highlighting stuff. Cool, so we've saved it as test 2. So there it is. Ooh. It looks... The blue is not quite centered. You can see all those pixels as well, because I've literally just slapped the original image. So you can see the handguard bit looks quite cool. But the rest of the blade looks silly. It needs to be wider, I think. All of it needs to be wider. And I gotta fix up those pixels as well, so it looks a little bit less, like, enlarged. But it's looking better. The gold on the bottom of the handle is kind of cool there. I think I've got the handle sorted. That's cool there. The gem there just looks weird with the skin color like there. You can see the gem. I'm worried about underneath here, but I guess that's fine. And up there's kind of okay as well. Those blue parts at the tip seem weird. Yeah, they do. Maybe I should make that bit. These bits here. I should make those the rest of the color as well. I'm going to use the stamp tool. So what the stamp tool does is you can... This is the stamp tool here underneath the brush. You can press Alt and click, and that has selected a sample of an area. And so now I can do that. And so it's copying, you can see there's my brush at the top with the circle, and then the little cross bit is where it's copying the texture from below. So that's looking better now. It's not looking like this massive blue thing. This is why I need to stream while I make my skins, because you guys are seeing all of this stuff. Those blue bits look weird, and I didn't even think that. Okay, I'm gonna try something a little bit experimental now. I'm gonna save just in case I need to come back. Why does it look a little pixelated? Well, when I zoom in, it does look a bit pixelated, but when I zoom out, it looks okay. When you see it in game, though, you could see the edges were very pixelated. Kind of okay with the middle, but I might tune that up a little bit as well. I think they're in a good, like in the game, they're in a good position. I just need to make it wider. Oh, hey, you're live, man, says Doku City. Indeed, I am. Indeedy do. Yeah, I'm just gonna make it a little bit wider still. So what I'm gonna do to get rid of the pixels is just like get most of the blue part and drag it over a little bit. Oh, not too much. Not too much. Is that okay? It looks very sudden. Oh. Okay, so I've selected this bit. I've got a dark blue brush. And I'm gonna make... I don't want these brushes. I don't want those brushes. I want, like, basic brushes. And I'm gonna make the opacity, like, 50. So it's only a 50% strength brush. See, like that, that's fine. Like, now you don't see all these jaggedy, pointy bits. Although I wonder about down here. Can you zoom into the blade and get out to and screenshot it into Photoshop so it's a larger photo and less pixelated? What do you mean? You zoom into the blade and get out to and screenshot. I guess so. I guess so. Cyan Edition, you're a genius. That's what I could do. Instead of, oh my god, you're such a genius. Instead of having this one image as my reference, I could take a photo like that, really close up, and use that as the blade. Yeah. You are right on the money. We can give it a go. I've done all this work, but it will make it look less pixelated. Oh, Cyan, you're such a genius. Look at that. He's giving me love hearts. I should be giving you love hearts. But now I've got it, because now I've got no outline, you can see. And now, if I take a photo of this, all I have to do is stretch it to be exactly where this one is. Look at that, because it's so big. Such crisp detail. Oh, man, look at this shit. Why didn't I think of that? But I will still need to make it wider. But Whoa. If I make it wider while I'm in this mode, will it be better? Oh, it's gonna look so crisp. Oh, it means I'm gonna have to redo all of the blue though. But there'll be less pixels, which is good. Look at that! That's already way better. But it does still have fixing up to do. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. We've got a new one. We've got a new blade, thanks to Cyan Edition. Excellent. Just worried if it's straight or not. That'll do, I think, honestly. But what we want is to get rid of this bluey bit up here. So I'm going to use the stamp tool again. The only thing I'm annoyed about is I spent so much time with the first one, and now I've got a better one. I wonder if the tip of the sword... Oh, the tip of the sword should be fine. That should get cut off. But that's great. Where's the 2 gold bits is what I'm looking for. Here we go. These bits. I feel like they should be wider, because in the original sword you can see it getting cut off there. So I think with these bits I should just ignore these spiky parts coming out and just make like that wider. Uzayan is my subscriber, my one Twitch subscriber, the man. Cyan Lion for the win. And true less fixing on those pixels. Yeah, so good. So, I've duplicated this layer. I'm going to flip it, even though it should look the same on both sides. And we've got Aceliet in the chat. Welcome. Aceliet, welcome to the stream. Oh, that's looking smooth as a fuck. Smooth as a fuck. That might look weird. Why don't you hide the other layers? I want to see all the layers. That's why I've basically got them here. Oh, the handle as well. The handle, we can get a crisp HD handle, although I don't think we can, actually. Yeah, because you can see the pixels there. But the one in, like, when it's in-game, it looks okay, because it is so tiny. It's there. I'm on the edge of my seat, guys. This is going to look so much better than it did before. Oh, yes! Look at... Oh, okay. It's not quite... It's still... I still need to largen this blue bit. I think it might need to... The blue might need to be flat the whole way along. Maybe if it stays out there. Because it does look a bit weird. It's suddenly like... It should be blue the whole way along. Too thick, says Doku City. Yeah. This blue needs to be out a little bit more. It probably needs to align with here. The blue edge needs to be smaller, I think. And there as well. That needs to come in. So what I want to do is... The end of the sword should be there, I think. So... I've got to keep everything straight and aligned. Oh, it's going to look weird. It might look a little bit weird. It does look a bit lopsided. I know it looks weird here, but I think it will look fine when it's in game. It's almost like it just needs to be straightened. That side looks good. That side looks okay. Like you can see there, the point. What do you guys think? I think it might need to be brought in 1 pixel on one side. I'd say repaste the large sword, but have the white edge be outside of Maplestory's template. Just have the white air go into the tan area. So you want the whole sword to be blue with no white blade. Let's give that a go, in fact. Let's, like, make the blade even bigger. Like, the white is, like, emergency space, if I need it. Yes, exactly. But use the large screenshot you took earlier. Oh, like that. I made that shorter. And now it can have that cool yellowness going up higher of the blade. Oh, yeah. That is almost the same thickness as well. I'm going to have to do that liquefying thing that I was doing before again. Don't shrink it, though. Okay. You're Cyan. You're onto something. Just using my stamp tool again. Oh yeah, it looks like it's slightly lopsided as well. If you want to mirror the sword less manually, holy shit, I'm getting tips now. Here we go. You can use edit, transform, flip horizontal. Woo! You learn something new every day. Oh wow, there's like way quicker ways to do it than what I'm doing when I do Control T and I'm doing it all manually. Devmu 778. Giving me out of nowhere, giving me the Photoshop inside knowledge. Haha, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, we're getting a bit of weird crossover here. It might look okay though in the game. Test 5. Ooh. Holy shit. This is pretty badass without the white. Oh, the handle is looking good as well. Oh, mate, this might be done. This might nearly be done. I just got to get rid of this white bit here. Just needs to be a tiny bit wider, I reckon. I want to see more Runeblade skins because that blue Runeblade skin is my favorite you made, the Munachika one, yeah. Unfortunately, my microphone was an absolute piece of shit in that video, but people still watched it, which I'm thankful for. Mature fish, West. Hell yeah, West is best. No, I have to make a West character to see y'all. That's true. You gotta play with us, boy, Cyan. Hopefully that's where the blue line cutoff is, here. But I might just get like a little bit of like that. If you don't focus on it too hard, you don't see that I've done some weird brushing down here. Oh, this is gonna look so good though. What needs fixing on the actual, like, the hilt doesn't, the handle doesn't. Should I make the gem a different color? Now the gem's good being like a bright blue. What? Why is it still there? Was I on the wrong side all along? I think I was. Okay, I'm just gonna like stretch that out. Oh no. Stretch it out like 5%. 5%, good. Yep. And the other side, one side doesn't need stretching out. Test 7.3. Yes! Just a little bit more. A little bit more on that side. And in fact, I might just only select here. Like a little bit there. And just like stretch that out. Oh, that's it. There's a little nubbin there that you can see. My OCD's kicking in. That looks dope. Thank you, Cyan. Adolf Kritzler says you can just Control S and re-upload the same file without needing to make it. In Photoshop, it works a little bit different because when I try, I guess, would it? I don't know. I think it might need to be in the equips folder because I'm editing it in my downloads folder. So I think it has to be in the equip folder for Maplestory 2. That's looking good. That's looking so good. A blue sword. Do I try changing the color a little bit? Like making it more of a light blue? Or is that good? Is that fine? Ooh. What do you think, guys? Am I done? Is that the sword? Is this it? Is this what I'm going to sell? If I was a knight, I'd want that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, like, the little hilt. It's so cool. Alright, I'm done. I'm done with that skin. I could certainly have a fiddle around with changing the colors or fine-tuning it and stuff, but I'm happy as with that. The Cyan Edition, who really helped make the pixels look a little bit less intense. Let's save it. Hallowed Falchion. And we've got to remember to take a cool picture of it as well. Alrighty. Create. Use a template voucher, because I've got a template voucher. Show the base of the handle too. Ooh, can I do that? That'll do. That'll do. Hallowed Falcon. Nice picture of the sword. The random ear is in the top left of the emblem, but I don't care. Hallowed Falcon. I'm using a template voucher, so I don't have to spend 500 merits. Hallowed Falchion is created. And now we'll go to the market. This is my stuff so far. The Emperor's Blade has got 8. And the Emperor's Blade is almost like the rival of this sword, because it looks kind of similar, I feel. Oh, that's not it. It's this. Because you can see the jewels and stuff. It's red. Alrighty, my shop. List a new item. The Hallowed Falchion. There's the picture. And this is what I want to do from now on with all of my skins. In the tag is MGC, Moon Generated Content. So if you search for MGC, all of my stuff will pop up. So that's it. That's my brand, MGC. Knight Sword. Holy. Or Paladin. I'm not going to endorse it. 200 is the listing fee because I've got so much stuff already listed. But the sword was free because I got a template. It's only costing me $200 to upload it. The Hallowed Falchion. List. There it is. The Hallowed Falchion is up in the market in North America West. You can buy it. The first design with the MGC brand. So if you search for MGC, Moon Generated Content, you can find my stuff. Although at the moment, I've still got all this old stuff and I didn't really know what I was doing. When that expires, all of my future stuff is going to be MGC. Boom. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want to check out my other videos, you can click any of the boxes that have appeared on the screen. In the video description down below is my Twitch, my Twitter, playlist with more videos. You can subscribe as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next UGC making video. This is great. This is great. See you guys later.